So, hope you're doing well, and thanks for joining this panel. It's cool that you all with us today, and we have incredible guests, and we're going to speak about tracking solutions, the challenges we all faced last year, the future of the tech side of affiliate marketing, and a lot of other interesting topics. Yep. We crave to share interesting content with you. Let me remind you have a chance to ask your questions. Just type in the chat and we definitely pay attention, everyone. And let me introduce our guest and expert. So it is Alex, the managing director of Voluum, Vlad, the CEO of LandingTrack, Igor, CEO of AdsBridge, and George, CEO of LandingTrack. This is really great. And let me tell you a couple of words before we start our panel. So nowadays, online affiliate marketing is far from new. And probably some would say that it's too late to start, that there is no money, it's hard to be the sole affiliates and so on. But being an expert in this field, I can say that this is far from the case. The market is continually growing and evolving, which means that there is enough space for everyone. Yes, it's competitive. Why wouldn't it be? But we can see so many great achievements every month from different teams, from different companies, the new companies, the new networks, and for sure, sole affiliates. So if it works for others, it will work for you as well. And moreover, compared with many other offline businesses, there is rather low entry threshold, plus high margins, a lot of training materials, forums, communities, where you can get a lot of insights. Besides, you have the opportunity to choose the niche that you would like to deal with and tons of other benefits. But if you want to win, you need to manage every piece of your activity, routine, environment. So every single piece affects your results. You need to have perfect relations with the managers of affiliate networks and advertisers. You need to attend conferences. You need to meet your partners and colleagues face to face. You need to read forums. Actually, relations really matter in our industry. But the tech part is even more important. You need to be sure that your tracker fast and reliable without downtimes and click loss. Your campaign data should be well secured. Your landing pages should be well optimized with great load time. You need to have access to the newest and accurate real-time data about your competitors. And all this directly affects your final numbers. So my conclusion is that you need to use only the best proven ones without any exception. Yes, you need to invest. Sometimes tools cost a lot and you need to pay monthly. It's real pain for newbies, I know it, but it's a business. And if you want to succeed, you need to invest your time and money. It's worth it. With the right tools, your chances to win is much higher than without. So guys, my first question is about the tracking software, about the functionality you have. And currently the trackers functionality is almost the same, and you have all you all have some unique features. So what makes each of your trackers stand out from the rest? So guys, who can start? Maybe Vlad, you can be the first, and please be very short in your questions, okay? Because we have a lot of questions, so probably our listeners will also ask our questions, so try to be short.
Okay, thank you. Am I on air?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, good. So just to put it short, and I think Alex, you're totally right. There is huge opportunity on the market and all the tools present right here. Thank you guys. Nice to see you in person. Doesn't happen often. And many other tools that are not present on the market give you an opportunity to track the data. And yes, all those tools are different. It really depends across, all the tiny features. For LandingTrack, I would think what we want to become different from other tools. Just one thing is that we keep working on two things: advancing to attribution, acquire different attribution models, working without redirects, because I believe a lot of stuff about redirects, about all the cross-site tracking will be gone by the next of this year, so totally gone as a technology. And probably third thing is about data consolidation. All the data should be in one place. And for starters, it's not really important, but as you start to expand, you'll see the value of having things in one place. You don't have to jump things across different tools. So as a summary, first, no third-party data, no redirects, easy automation, and data consolidation. That's, I think, what would make RedTrack different for those who start in affiliate marketing in 2021. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. And what about Volume? Probably the most known tracking solution in the market right now.
Okay, so I will answer, let's say, from two perspectives, because it depends who you will ask. They will provide different answers to this kind of question. Our customers always are happy with our stability. We had 0 downtime since the beginning. Unless the whole internet is down, we will continue working. The interface, our UI, is newbie friendly. Tracking is not easy in general, and we try to make it all the time easier and more accessible to everyone, especially with the trend of adding more and more advanced features into the setup. But still, we try to manage to make it as friendly as possible. And customer service, from our customers' perspective, the support is crucial, especially if we talk about newbies, because they usually struggle with even the basic parts of tracking. So if you cannot help them in many different ways, not only just by one channel, but all the possible channels, it's very difficult for them. And the other perspective, let's say from our side, we are very proud with what we achieved with the Automizer last year. So the automation part of Volume, it took us a lot of time and effort to build it into the platform. And I might say that currently the current version is definitely, from our perspective, of course, the best in terms of trackers. And we are competing with even the dedicated platforms which are doing only that on the market. So it was very difficult, and we are proud of that achievement. Also, from our perspective, our current situation, not sure if people know that Volume and the whole Codewise group was bought by Centronic Group, which was very big change for us, and it gives us many new opportunities as a part of much bigger player on the market, and we hope that this will skyrocket our growth in this year.
Yeah, and anything changed after this acquisition? Because I know a lot afraid about it and scared that someone will change, because the quality of Volume is really high. And what happened before this acquisition?
Sure. So we are very fortunate that the partner who bought us, it's not like a centralized corporation that is merging everything into one big piece of software, let's say. They allow the divisions that they bought throughout the years and planning to buy to work individually. Of course, we are looking for synergies, so we look for opportunities inside of the group with the other software, other companies which are already over there. So we are not afraid about any changes in how our platform works. I think the any changes that can happen will be positive to our customers, to potentially new customers. And there's no risk for our customers that they will see some problems with the platform, that something unstable and so on. So it was very positive, and it gives us high hopes for the future.
Okay, sounds good. So LandingTrack. So guys, what can you share with us? What the benefits of your system? George, do you hear us? Okay, maybe Igor, you can tell us about AdsBridge right now. As far as I know, it's also some changes in HQ in AdsBridge. and you're the newest CEO of this tool.
Yes, thank you. Do you hear me? All right.
Yes, we hear you well.
Yes, each tracker is special in its own way. Yes, and the bridge was made in such a way that every user could access functionality with a convenient design and clear logic of work. Generally, and the main one of features that AdsBridge provides is the ability to create and store landing pages inside this bridge all in one place by using HTML editor, or if you can't cope with HTML, you can use Visual Editor to make landing pages. And it saves you from some unnecessary workload. Yes, you shouldn't find the hosts where you place it, see how it's really reliable, and etc. All of this in AdsBridge. Maybe the second thing I want to note in that statistics. Seriously, AdsBridge is implemented as conveniently and widely as possible. You can do different compilation of data. You can also view your funnel in detail and in every way you want it. If you had hated statistical report before, yeah, I think in AdsBridge you will love doing it. It's a great opportunity really to build a complete profitable funnel for your campaign based on statistics. AdsBridge is widely known for this. I think it's common. And maybe also one of advantages can definitely be called traffic tarification for a monetized affiliate network. Traffic is not counted. Very good partner integration with them. And maybe in the near future, our team is work for some new features that should surprise the market very well.
Okay, cool. And Jorge, George, sorry, do you hear us now? Okay, please.
I do.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Very well.
Do you hear me, Alex?
Cool. And Jorge, George, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Do you hear us now?
I do. I've been hearing you all the time. The problem.
Yes.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me, Alex?
George, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Hear us now?
I do. I've been hearing you all the time.
George, please mute this stream. Okay, guys. So some tech problems. Excuse us. It's always happened. So, George, we'll try to fix everything on your side. And now let's move to the next question. It was 10 minutes of some advertising of your tracking solutions. And now I want to ask you, so guys, what next? We know that affiliate marketing is constantly changing, and there are new verticals, there are new opportunities here, and also traffic sources. Yeah, many new sources are popping up like TikTok, Quora, and e-commerce, and modern tracker functionality can't always satisfy the tracking needs of this niche. So sometimes tracker is not needed at all. Is there a place for trackers in their current form in the future of global digital marketing? So where to go? Because it's the same pool of affiliates you all bid for. And nowadays, if you want to grow your business to the next level, you need something that lets you tap into the broader market. So what do you think about it? Who want to be the first? Okay, Vlad, you can start.
Yeah, I think, first of all, it's a bit an exaggeration that there is the same pool of affiliates that we are trying to go after. At least we don't see it from the LandingTrack perspective. First of all, the market is huge, and there is probably a place for every product that finds its customer. And for us, we focused And I mean, affiliates is probably just part of our business. And for any tracker, I think the opportunity goes beyond the affiliates and into overall performance marketing. And the reason for this is those two changes I already mentioned. If somebody is not aware and still focused around iOS 14, let me share you the real issue. That's Google Privacy Sandbox. Basically, by the end of this year, probably early 2022, most of the technologies that are used in analytics and tracking, and that's meaning cross-site tracking, third-party cookies, digital fingerprints, links decoration, and all the other stuff will be gone. Like Google says, he will aggressively combat those technologies. It means that the market will reshape. A lot of tools that are working now, not only about tracking, it's about all analytics, will be gone. And that's a huge opportunity for all the trackers to look, hey, okay, what do we need to do to support not only the affiliates who do the regular stuff, but media buyers in general, who are not that different from affiliates. They still have campaigns, they still have conversions, they still need to have all the data in one place. And the market trend goes on and on. And I think these automation features that like almost everybody has, they're not like something new. It's basically a requirement. People no longer want to do things manually. They want to press buttons, see the data, make decisions, and that's it. So automation is virtually a requirement. Working without cross-site tracking technology is must-have. Redirects, all the redirects, they are basically dying out because key traffic sources, starting from Google, Facebook, Bing, they are no longer supporting it. And if you don't use redirects in one place, why do you actually need to use it elsewhere? So the tracking will also probably shift towards no redirect as much as possible. And of course, again, universal tracking that gone times when you have multiple pages from multiple sources. You don't want to have all in one place and say, okay, this converts for Google, doesn't convert for Facebook, but performs amazing on TikTok. So I think those three trends in the technology, automation, demise of cross-site tracking, and potentially the demise of redirects will shape the market not only for the trackers, but for a lot of stuff in performance marketing in general. And that's for the companies here to seize the opportunity and expand beyond the current sort of the same user or target audience.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I also agree that a lot of affiliates are very, very lazy. They don't want to do anything on their side and really to educate themselves deeply. And maybe this is the reason why smart links are growing from year to year, because you just need to get the link and send the traffic there. Okay, George, what about LandingTrack, and what do you think about the future of trackers in affiliate marketing right now?
Well, finally, I don't have any trouble with the audio. All good. I believe the future of tracking will be the same as it is right now, which means we are all working on automation, basically. And the whole idea will be to group them all in one single platform. Because right now we know the majority of the affiliates, they need to work with different platforms. This is not a trend. Nowadays, 21st century, we can order food from one app. And the idea is that I can get all the restaurants from one app. So I guess that the market should go on that direction. I mean, you should be able to do everything from one single platform and not using 10 platforms to do it. That's at least my vision on this subject, and at least where we are going with LandingTrack.
Okay, nice. Okay, guys, if someone want to reply and to dispute on some question, just I don't know, let us know, and you can say. Okay, AdsBridge, Igor?
Yeah. I think it worries all of us about what you asked, and we'll see how the market and different kind of sources will change in the future. I think those who are able to adapt to changes in the market will survive. And I think everything will move towards deeper and more detailed traffic optimizations, and it's require a tracker. So I think we find a way how to cope with this all.
Okay, and volume, Alex?
So it's hard to disagree with the guys over here. Definitely, there will be changes on the market with the third-party cookies and so on. So the trackers need to adapt to this, but this is quite obvious, I would say, because we have to adapt to the changes on the market, and the no redirect options are starting to be available or are already available in most of the trackers. Automation definitely is a must. One thing is the laziness of people that they don't want to, let's say, learn or spend a lot of time. But the other thing is simply optimization of your workflow, right? If you can do it with 2 clicks, why do it with 50? So that's the goal of the tools that everyone is developing. And in terms of general the market, the initial question where you've mentioned that it's let's say the same pool of affiliates and how we would have to cope with this because we are fighting for the same guys on the market. It's partially true. I think the core of affiliates doesn't grow. The professionals is growing, but very, very slowly these days. There's still a new wave all the time of newbies who try to and attempt to become affiliates and earn some money online. And this probably won't change because this is, how to make easy money. That's how people see it, which is not true, but that's how
Just
they
the
approach
part
this.
of the game.
Exactly. So there's always some new flow of people into the pool. But let's say, if we as a business would like to grow, we have to think about moving outside of the core affiliate space. And this can be done in many different ways. For example, opening to some other niches or even opening to some mainstream advertisers, media buyers. So from volume perspective, that's what we plan. Adapt to the needs of the market. So the requirement change, we have to change because people will adapt to these changes too, right? If someone is using now redirect campaigns, they will stop using it because they will not be able to buy traffic with this kind of tracking method. So that's obvious thing that we have to somehow solve. But if you want to grow as a business, we need to open ourselves to other opportunities and other niches which are growing actually also due to the pandemic situation in the market. For example, e-commerce.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for your reply. And by the way, as for pandemic, what changes do you see in the industry at all? What key changes here? You can start, Alex. Just continue.
What we see? Well, there are different perspectives how we can answer to this question. In general, you could see in especially 2020 that some verticals, some types of traffic campaign died out at some point because simply there was no option to, like the sport betting, this kind of things, the travel. They were shut off for a period of time, but the other skyrocketed. I repeat myself, e-commerce, for example, like Shopify, if you check how it's growing, how many people they are hiring at the moment and so on, it's incredible. And I believe this is hugely enforced by the pandemic situation because people stayed at home and started to spend money online. What we've seen, actually, the pandemic that doesn't sound good, but it's positive in terms of business-wise for us. We've seen some increase in numbers of customers because they were forced to move to online advertising, for example, because they were fired from their normal job. So people were looking for alternatives. So this probably boosted, in general, the online industry. And I think it will continue this way because we are still in the bad situation globally. So as many businesses, especially offline ones, struggle and have issues and have problems or even completely were shut down, the online part is something that we should look into, and it will definitely grow much faster than normally it would without the pandemic, for example.
Sorry, and Vlad, and maybe you see any changes in habits of users, maybe less traffic per user, because for cloud trackers, it's crucial to have a huge amount of daily traffic per user. So after this pandemic, do you see any changes?
Let me put it this way. It's we actually, from the people or from the users who know what they do, we see more traffic. And I think it's a misconception for cloud tracker that traffic is the king. No, it's usually about the traffic sources, because you buy way more clicks on pop-unders than you buy in Google because of the cost of those clicks. And we have a lot of business from customers with Google, Bing, and Facebook, probably because of all the postbacks and integrations we did with those traffic sources. The biggest change I think we see, and actually not see, but saw when the pandemic just hit everybody almost a year ago, is that a lot of people who were toying around doing affiliates, not serious, they were just, it's not like wipe out, but they became more conscious about their commitment, because now they need to think, okay, this is extra money that I might not get elsewhere because the other job may be shut down. So we've seen the decrease in interest from people who are less serious about affiliates, and increase in interest of people who are actually serious about doing affiliate marketing or media buying in performance. And yes, like Aleksander rightfully mentioned, a lot of potential businesses coming from outside your typical affiliates promoting third-party offers. And that's good. That's a huge opportunity for all the trackers, like we all mentioned before.
Okay, thanks for your reply. Igor, do you see any changes on AdsBridge?
I think in all this situation, maybe the main, it's a step that all goes into the digital space, and the pros of it, that users spend more money and time on the internet, and some cons that competition has grown significantly in affiliate niches. So affiliates and businesses that can quickly adjust their style of work will grab more money. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and we all know the top countries where the most affiliate marketers are: United States, Canada, Russia, Ukraine, France, Spain. But can you single out the countries where the most significant growth in activity, which you can see? Maybe some countries like Albania or Slovenia, where we can see the rise of affiliate marketing, because probably the countries from not the third world, but with some economic problems, with the poor citizens, they look at affiliate marketing as for the island of stability and opportunity to grow. And maybe that's why Ukraine and Russia are so strong in affiliate marketing right now. But I see that it's key for the countries like I told, Slovenia, Albania, Romania. So any thoughts about it?
I can say that little has changed in the main flow of clients for AdsBridge. Most of users from the same countries, maybe main countries which you mentioned before. So maybe
okay, guys, maybe on other trackers you can see the difference. Okay, what?
Yeah, I can tell that sadly, especially for affiliate marketing, what we can see is to start doing it, you need to invest money. And actually, further down the road, you need to invest more and more money. So unless if we put out all the publishers, people generating traffic organically, and talking about affiliates in arbitrage, basically people doing investment into traffic, and then trying to turn it into conversions. The biggest impact was probably in Asia Pacific market. So of course they have huge media buyers, they have amazing number of customers, but the entry level for a regular affiliate in that area is now way higher than it was a year before, and it will be growing. So from what we see is that the number of smaller customers from APAC, and maybe it's part of our own change as a track and focus, but we think those were the regions with negative impact. And everything else, like other guys mentioned, stayed the same.
Okay, George, I've seen that you also want to add something.
Yeah, I do agree with Vlad. I will say that there is not a new market, but obviously a lot of new affiliates coming maybe from Egypt, Pakistan, Morocco. So the majority of the news are coming from there. And obviously Malaysia, Vietnam, China, there is tons of affiliates that probably you miss it on the question. And the process is still the same, basically. Prior to the previous question, I just wanted to add that it is true. Sorry, just that.
Okay. And it was really a huge challenge to manage all this tracking infrastructure when was this pandemic and remote work. So what about your company? Was it really hard?
No, not really. Actually, we've been always working from home. I mean, the whole team is working from home. Each one is in a different city here in Spain, and we do get along pretty well. So it was not a problem, actually. It's pretty easy. Video calls, message all the time. And when you know your team, it's like you don't have to deal that much with them. So it was great, actually.
Yeah, actually, I can say about AdPlexity, all our team also in different locations, and we just use the Slack, Skype, and in contact every time, and nothing changed at all with this pandemic for AdPlexity. But I know that there are a lot of companies where it was really huge problems when everyone always working in the office, and someday everyone stay at home. And
I guess that it depends on the size of your team. You have like 30 employees, maybe it can be a little bit tough, but when you are 5, 7, it's easy to manage.
Yeah, probably the biggest team has Voluum. As far as I remember, it was really a huge amount of developers, or it was just a promotion from your side.
No, I believe we have quite big numbers, over 30, just for the tracker. In terms of the total employees, plus some allocations from the shared services, because I had to look at the whole group code-wise, because everyone was moved to work from home at some point last year. What it made, it wasn't very difficult, fortunately for us, because there are some companies who, as was mentioned, probably struggle with this a lot. We were already communicating also, asynchronously with Slack and other tools available. And what was a very huge benefit for us is that most of the people are actually working for 3-5 years in this kind of range for the company. So we know each other very well, and we could trust each other. And it was much easier with this kind of, let's say, setup to go totally remotely. And we continue this model right now. Of course, some people miss seeing people in the office, because if you work in the office, it's different interaction than when you're doing it only online. And how we cope with that is we allow, to some extent, let's say, small number of people to come from time to time to the office, have a meeting if necessary, or a workshop to work on some topic. So we simply adjust to the current situation of the pandemic as much as we can do. But fortunately, it wasn't a problem for us to move from the office to complete remote work.
Okay, okay. And Vlad, I know that your company affected not only by pandemic, but because of situation in Belarus. So I know some of your team moved to another country. So how was the process and how things going right now?
Yeah, first of all, for us, the biggest challenge was not remote work, because we had people actually in 5 countries, and we still have people probably
Yeah.
maybe even 6 countries now working. And the biggest challenge was that inter-country travel, especially outside of European Union, was kind of complicated with all the quarantine requirements, and we were missing all those live meetings we used to have. But it's, of course, it's never impacted the overall performance because we still gather it locally. Yeah, and speaking about the events in Belarus, it was hard for the team, and but since everybody's working from home, I'd say everybody is safe, and we still have a big office. And for now, people love their country. They don't want just to get up and leave. So we maintain office, we have a place to meet, we have the team there, and our goal is just to keep guys and girls safe. So that's what we do.
That's really important. Okay, guys, and what to expect from services in 2021? I think we already mentioned, yeah, where to go, and it's the rise of optimization. But maybe services like tracking softwares and Spados and landing page builders will add some side offers, side services like, I don't know, landing page creation, maybe some ad intelligence, maybe some finance and legal entity services, something like this. Do you have any plans on this? Okay, Vlad, here's the first as always.
Not always, but yeah, like George already mentioned, people want to have a lot of stuff they do in one place. And right now, Tracker is just one part of this building block puzzle for media buyers. And I do know that everybody of the present trackers, they have their own view of what other puzzle block they want to connect to their products. And so I think by the end of this year, you will see, and of course, I'm not sure if we'll just start talking about something everybody has in their heads or plans, because we need to do things first and talk about them second. But I think there will be a lot of surprises this year on the market, because I think everybody was working, and it's hard to build new stuff, very different stuff into a core product. But I think for the last year, a lot of tools are working on that new stuff, or maybe 2 years, and the results, the fruition of all this hard work will start to pop out this year, and you'll see how different tools will start to change shape and to expand what they can actually offer to their customers. So for me, the expectation for this year would be the consolidation of features and activities in one single source of, like, say, a common dashboard. And the biggest surprise would be which activities different players on the market would like to consolidate between their tools. I think the end result will be very various between the players on the market.
Actually, I agree with you, and I think it's a wet dream of every affiliate, but not only affiliate, but the tool who will make this single dashboard the first. Yeah, and I believe it will feel a huge of success for this tool and a lot of money. If someone will really create the tool, which will include all the functionality, tracking, ad intelligence, landing page builder, and all this stuff.
Let me here, I would disagree with you, because you probably don't need to do all. Because when you do all, you basically create a monstrosity that is very hard to manage. And even huge companies like Salesforce, who build like we do all tools, eventually go back to creating simplified version because when you enter such a place, you're basically lost. It's
you really don't know what to do, where to go, what to click.
Of course, and where you start. So I think the biggest question is how different tools will connect different puzzles. Like I can say, we don't want even to
so integrations.
deal with landing pages, for example. It's not something we want to do. We want to deal more with attribution and data. And probably there are different opinions across all the other guys here in the room.
Okay. By the way, interesting to know. I know only AdsBridge right now has the landing page builder. Why other trackers don't add it? Because it's really important for affiliates to have this, and for newbies, it's very, very good and easy to use. Okay, George.
Okay, I will say like Vlad just said, the problem of building a super massive tracker with all the different options, it will be a completely lost for the user. They will get into the platform and they will have millions of options, so they will never get a start. So the simplest you can build a tracker, the better. The idea of having a pre-lander like AdsBridge is pretty cool. That, for example, on our side, it's like, okay, there are another platforms that can build landers. So why do we have? There's no need to have it here. What is true is that the trend actually should be that any ad network, pre-lander builder, they should have enough technology to connect. So trackers doesn't need to build it. We just need to connect with them. Like, for example, if AdBridge has the pre-lander, okay, open the API, we connect. We grab the landers. If someone else is building another project, open it. We connect it. So we don't need to have a monster inside the tracker. We just connect with different programs, and that would be all. Simple.
Okay, probably you're right. And guys, what can you suggest for newbie affiliates this year? So where to start, where to go, and maybe some pieces of advices. Igor, maybe you can start, or Alex.
Sure. So my advice this year and probably last year was the same. You have to be serious about what you're attempting to do, because we see quite often that people simply come, have very small budget, spend it on the few tools that they think they require immediately, have very little money left for the traffic, burn it, and then they simply drop off from the market. It's very difficult. It's not easy. If people think affiliate marketing is easy, they are wrong. And this also links to the previous question, what guys said, Vlad and George, that building a huge one platform, it will be very, very difficult to make it usable to people, and the education part will be crucial in that, and it will consume a lot of resources. So for newbies, I would simply suggest people to think that they are starting a business. They're starting a business, they need to have some investment money, they need to plan it, they need to build a business plan, and they need to actually focus. It can be part-time job at the beginning. It doesn't have to be. Like, people build startups while working in corporation, because you need to have some finances for your second job. But at some point, this is full-time job. This is a business. So it's not a situation where someone can switch to other company and again be senior account manager or something like that. If you lose your money, you lose your money, and you're bankrupt in many cases. So if someone tries to join the flow, they can have a very huge reward from that, but they have to be serious. They have to spend time. They have to spend hours on learning and optimizing not only the campaigns when they start building them, but optimizing the processes they are using. So just have a serious approach and think about this journey as a starting your own company. I think people who become the huge solo affiliates, super affiliates, they do it this way. They have people to help them at some point, or they build teams, or they build companies at some level, right? Because that's the approach they had from the very beginning. Good example is Robert, the former owner of Codewise and Volume. So That's, let's say, maybe it's not the nicest advice that, hey, just have some money, buy some traffic, run some campaigns. It won't work. You have to be serious. You have to treat this as a full-time job, as a business.
Yeah, I agree. And the major point is to take action. You can read a lot of forums, you can read a lot of manuals and join webinars and courses, but before you run your first campaign, it's nothing. Okay, George, I see you want to add.
Yep, that's right. I do agree with Alec. Actually, this is a full-time job, and the majority of the people think that it's like, okay, I buy some traffic, and that's all, and I wait. Nope, it's nothing like that. I mean, you need to dedicate it 8-10 hours a day, even if you are using automation, like all the trackers that we have here. You need to focus on the data. You need to study. And there is one big mistake that I usually see is the people who's reading all the time. And affiliate marketing is not only about reading and that's all. You need to take action because there's two types of people. The ones that are keeping with the theory all the time and the ones that take the theory and right away they apply it. So affiliate marketing is read and apply, read and apply. And it's the only way to make it work. And you will lose money, but you will get money. And that's all. So that would be my advice. Just stop reading and take actions. Otherwise, you will never make it.
Yeah, I agree with this. Okay, Vlad.
Yeah, for the first time, I actually would like to disagree with the guys because we're speaking specifically people who are starting. Yes, when you go big, it's a full-time job. But if you're just starting and you want to see how it works, don't even think like going all in. It may turn not really good. Instead, and I will agree with part taking actions. Do your basic learning. And a big shout out to Attila, who was spoken before on this event. His book From Zero to Super Affiliate is great. Way to start learning, simple to comprehend, gives all the basic details. And then do something and get short path to success. It's not like immediately out of the box you start earning hundreds of profits per day. Just do $10 profit per day, spend 2 hours in it, and then expand on this success. And only when you feel comfortable that you know what you do, that you actually get results, positive results from your experiments, and you can scale small campaigns, then do big, go full-time. Otherwise, you go full-time from the very beginning with little funds, little experience, and if you make wrong move, and it's very easy to make a wrong move when you start, you're out. Next time you try it, 6 months. So instead of this, just go slowly and don't look at this as a miracle. There is no like miracle press button, make money. It's hard work, but first it requires also training and practice. So my advice would be start with this training and practice, get first positive results, try to scale them. If it works for you consistently, then go all in.
Okay, and okay, Igor, maybe you can say us.
Yes, I want to add.
I have another question.
Quickly. I want to add that use modern technology, yes, and carefully analyze every step in your funnel. In this way, you can succeed in this business. And even if you are small, it's helped you so much. Yeah, really, we now can find a lot of materials. And it helps, but you should be careful, analyze it properly.
Yeah, but the problem is that a lot of affiliates or newbie affiliates or the guys from the industry, affiliate managers, for example, sometimes they even don't know the basics which around their current activities. They don't know where affiliates buy traffic, how they monetize and how optimize, etc. So I don't know, it's a problem, and I see that this is a big challenge in the market right now. And I want to add one more thing, that I see that a lot of a lot of affiliates or newbies, they decide to join some media buy teams because it's really easier to start and to get some knowledge, and then they prefer to stay in these teams or create their own teams. And from my point of view, for example, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it was huge amount of solo affiliates. Now I see that it's really a lot of affiliate teams and less solo affiliates. So do you see the same picture? George? No, I see you don't agree with me.
No. I will say that it's still being the same. Of course, from my point of view, is when you partner with someone else, you are sharing more than the profit. You are sharing knowledge, and that's also the problem that you just mentioned. Account managers doesn't know where they buy the traffic. Their affiliates, they are not pretty aware about the activity. They just know how to say, I buy traffic or I sell traffic. And this is a big mistake because actually you are working in a super nice industry, which is full of different things. I mean, there is always something new to learn. So I will always advise, if you own an affiliate network or an ad network, at least to teach your employees. They should know everything because there's a lot of things to know. So when you partner as an affiliate with another affiliate, you are sharing knowledge, you are sharing cost, you are sharing everything. But I do understand that there is always solo affiliates which doesn't want to share anything, and it's fine. But it was like that before, and I believe that it is still being the same.
Okay. Anyone want to add something on this question, or we can move forward to another question? Okay, guys, we have a couple of questions in our chat. The first question to Vlad, but also to others. Do you think you should allow your users to be able to remove conversion data?
That's a very tricky question. We wish, but we use the technology to allow us to process huge volumes of data cost effectively. That it's very easy to create, and it's very problematic to delete something. So that's
probably it's about shaving mostly. It's not something we can say in our industry. Yeah.
First of all, shaving has to deal more with the guys or tools that are used to create affiliate networks. It's like nobody talking about it, but everybody else is talking about it at the same time. So when you promote your own products, even through affiliates, like what is the purpose of this? I just don't see the value for, like, at least I put myself in the place of, okay, I promote, we have referral program, right? Why would we shave the commissions of our referrals if we expect them to actually send us more business? I think it's about the models when you can somehow want to work on huge scales, like reselling multiple offers. I don't think that's the case for any of the companies here or for their customers. But when you resell multiple offers and you need to make those margins, but those tiny commissions, then it's something you start to look at, and that's a whole different business of building affiliate networks that I don't think, well, at least we're not going into.
Okay. And one more question from George Clickadoo. Where and why this Google aggressive policy info is coming from? Google was trying to kill POPs for years, and it's still alive. Then they wanted to kill push notifications, ain't happen. I agree with this. I see the rise of push this year compared to last year. So what happened? Google told us that no, it doesn't allow, but we see that it's quite a good situation in push right now, and POPs still alive.
Yeah, let me comment quickly on this. First of all, it's not something new. This is Google Privacy Sandbox initiative. It's probably a couple of years old, and this time they have pretty good control of the browser. So Safari, Firefox, and Opera, they killed third-party cookies like a year or 2 or 3 years ago. So just about Chrome doing the same. And more importantly, this move actually strengthens the position of the walled garden because they have the data. Now, a lot of other companies don't have the data. So the advertising dollars will go to Google or to Facebook or to Amazon or to Apple, who have tons of users and their first-party data. So let's see if it happens, but I think this time they're pretty serious about this.
Okay. Anyone wants to add?
I agree with Vlad definitely that the point that the big players want to have everything for themselves, that's the key motivator for them to, let's say, follow with the privacy first trend on the market. So definitely, yeah.
Okay, guys, we all have, I don't know, less than 2 minutes. So just you can say something with piece of advices in, I don't know, 10, 20 seconds for each. Alex, you can start.
When you want to start with affiliate marketing, as we said, do action. You can approach it in a very granular way, as Vlad explained. And from my perspective, have the entrepreneur mindset, so it will push you to follow the path and the tests in the market. If you're experienced, look around the market, see always for a better option if it's possible, and keep up the good work in the industry.
Okay, good. George?
Pretty much the same as Vlad and Alec. If you are new to affiliate marketing, obviously you need to know that if you want to get in, you need to dedicate it time. And that's all. It's about timing and study and then putting it into practice. That's it.
Okay, great. Igor?
Yeah, I would like to wish good luck to all of us and all guys who starting and work a lot in this industry.
That's great. And Vlad?
Yeah, I would just, on top of studying anything, especially in the niche like affiliate marketing, media buying, is a lot of like doing any startup. It's challenging, it's difficult, that's high failure ratio, but it's totally fun and great experience. So if you're thinking, just testing, don't think, test, and then make a decision for yourself.
Great. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for this really interesting conversation. I hope it was really interesting for others. So see you next time, and I wish everyone high profits, successful businesses, and growing. That's it, guys. Thanks a lot for your time, and see you next time. Bye-bye.